island off the coast of Costa Rica, a reclusive billionaire has created something amazing. As two scientists, Dr. Ellie Sattler and Dr. Ellen Grant, played by Laura Dern and Sam Neill, are about to discover, John Hammond, the aforementioned billionaire, has found a way to bring dinosaurs back to life. Now he wants the endorsements of Sattler and Grant, plus a chaotician, Dr. Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum, to sign up to endorse the park so it can open for business. Of course, when they get there, an attempt at corporate espionage ends with the monsters getting loose, and now all of them have to find a way to survive against predators who have been dead for many, many millions of years. And for 4 years, this was the most successful movie ever made. And it is not hard to see why. The special effects are outstanding, the characters are likable, the performances are strong, and it's scary, it's fun, it's tremendously exciting, and it's one of Steven Spielberg's very best movies. It deserves every penny and every accolade that it got. This is a great movie. It's a masterpiece. 4 out of 4 for me.
Yeah, 4 out of 4 goes without saying. When you go to the movies, you go, especially as a kid, with a sense of wonder.
Yeah.
And this is one of those films. I think all kids grow up loving dinosaurs, and this could have come at a better time for me. I was just a 12-year-old boy when this came out, maybe 13.
That makes you an old fart now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm old now. But
like what, 70?
Yeah.
Sorry.
36. Thank you. But the special effects, they still stand up. He did. He did a mix of actual, what was it,
CGI
over
animatronic models.
Yeah, with the animatronics. To this day, it looks like you're watching dinosaurs on film.
Oh yeah,
and that was mind blowing.
Oh yeah,
for
not even Titanic was this good.
Right, for back then, or
Avatar.
Yeah, the mix, but it gives you, so you get that sense of wonderment, that excitement you feel like with the characters,
the sense of awe.
Yeah,
that Steven Spielberg is a master at creating.
Yeah, right. And then when it switches gears into like a horror film,
like the monsters.
Yeah, I mean he hits a lot of the feelings that he came with Jaws, that fear and that character is so well done, and then the level of excitement. I mean, this was to me, this in a way Jaws too, not just because of the creatures, but because like the excitement when when they're chasing the shark, to the scenes like when the T-Rex comes on and stuff, like. It's amazing. Even rewatching it when when certain characters survive, which ones don't, it's still exciting. And then the build up for the finale is just ingenious.
Oh yeah, it's incredibly well staged.
Yeah, the way it's staged, and then and I let's say I'm gonna worry about spoiler on this film. Everyone's seen it and so on. Okay, but. If you don't want a spoiler, then turn it off if you haven't seen Jurassic Park by some chance. But for the way that it's staged, and then for the velociraptors who come in, because of the terror that's been built up with those creatures, and you feel like there's no way they're gone because they're surrounded. And then for the T-Rex to come in and say the day when he was the antagonist, and of course he's everyone's favorite dinosaur, at least for kids. Yeah, he's everyone's favorite dinosaur and stuff. It gave you like a happy feel good moment at the end of this film.
And let's sorry to interrupt you, but let's distinguish. When you said scary, let's distinguish between like the scares in this movie, which are more like awe and excitement, as opposed to scares in like say Halloween or Sinister.
Okay, yeah,
it's a different kind of scare. This is more, adrenaline and excitement. It's the same kind of like in Indiana Jones movies. Spielberg has always been an optimist, and that carries through here. This is not in any way cynical.
No. but you still have people getting eaten by dinosaurs.
Well,
There's no body parts here. Again, I felt like he hit the same beats that he did in Jaws,
right?
Which is again another all-time classic. It was just it's funner than being a horror film scared to me.
Yeah,
it really
is. It's more like excitement than pure terror.
Yeah.
Let's just be clear on that.
Okay.
There are two scenes that really stick out in my mind from Jurassic Park for two very different reasons. One is the scene with the Dilophosaurus and Nedry when they're in the woods, and that scene right there is absolutely horrifying. It's as scary as any scene in Halloween or the best horror or the classic horror movies, because the sound design, the creature design, just a little shaking of the rattles, just the way Dilophosaurus shot is from kind of like an off-center angle, and just the sound that it makes is just terrifying. And I mean that everyone talks about the T-Rex, but for me, the scariest one is the Dilophosaurus, hands down. But the other scene that really sticks out in my mind is when the John Williams Jurassic Park theme plays softly in the background, and you see all the merchandise. It's a very poignant moment, and it's not a simple cash grab because it's poignant because you see what John Hammond imagined it, what he wanted to be, and what it could have been, and now it's gone. And it's such a touching moment, and so that scene's always stuck out with me.
Yeah.
But
well, when I think about Spielberg, and part of the reason that he is considered amongst the greatest directors of all time is because he with so much detail. Every scene was optimized. You could feel how much he put into it for any elements he was trying to create. So, like you mentioned that scene with the Dilophosaurus, like to build that terror and everything.
Oh
like,
yeah.
You see how much he put into every there's not a wasted death on here, if you want to say death for
right.
So it's forgettable.
Yeah, he knows just how much slack to give any scene to build up for maximum tension. Yeah. And that scene with Nedry, the Dilophosaurus, that is absolutely terrifying. Mainly because the dinosaur is so scary, but because of the build up. He builds it up like a master. He's just like build.
Right. But even a death that comes much quicker, like the main
the lawyer.
Not the lawyer.
Oh god, that was funny.
But that was still in the midst of a big scene. But I'm thinking of the main the dinosaur wrangler guy.
Oh yeah.
But even that scene is highly memorable. It's just like smart girl.
Clever girl.
Clever girl. Yeah. Like that scene. That's a less of a build. It happens quickly and stuff. But still, it's highly memorable.
And that scene works as well as it does for two reasons. One, he mentioned Dr. Alan Grant. Remember in the beginning, he mentions to the little obnoxious kid on the day how velociraptors attack. There's one who's a distraction, and then when the dinosaur goes to try and eat the velociraptor, there's two that come in that you didn't know about.
Right.
And that's what happens there. And then it's because he's so focused on trying to have Alex Sattler get to that door. And we're so focused on that when the velociraptor comes in through the bushes, we're not expecting it. And what I like about that scene is that many directors would hold on that shot of him, kind of on the bushes being the focus. Spielberg doesn't. It's very quick, and because it doesn't leave room for us to expect something to happen. It's a total shock.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so ingenious.
Right.
And no one ever really mentions the performances by Sam Neill, Laura Dern, who are neither one of them has ever been better. Oh well, maybe Laura Dern and Wild, but Justin Mazzello and Ariana Richards, they're very good.
Right. Yeah, honestly, I feel like you mentioned sports. I think people expected, based on their performances in this film, most of these people have much bigger careers than they went on.
Yeah,
not saying they have successful careers, but
they're character actors now.
Right? Yeah, they reached their heights with this film. I mean, obviously Samuel L. Jackson had a minor role in this film, and that's just saying something.
And then Wayne Knight as Newman in Seinfeld.
Right, yeah. But again, this was the height of the majority of these actors, their careers. It's a great film. Spielberg got perfect performances.
Oh yeah.
The fact that Sam Neill, he didn't need a big name to be in that lead role. He went with the perfect person for that role because
he was coming off of oh wait, no, never mind. It was around the time the piano came out, but that came out later than Jurassic Park. But never mind.
Yeah,
and that
none of these people, like I said, Samuel Jackson wasn't a big star at this point in his career. None of these people.
This was before Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, the dinosaurs were the star of this film.
Yeah,
and Spielberg's
but the actors don't let them they like them to steal the scenes, obviously.
Right.
But they're not upstaged.
Right.
And that's such a good line to balance. But Spielberg nails it.
Yeah.
And it's a great movie.
Yeah. And Jeff Goldblum in one of his loved roles here, so see him return.
We are standing on the edge of Discovery, and how can we not act? And Jeff Goldblum's like, "Oh, what's so great about Discovery? It's a terrible, violent thing," and that was a great line.
Right. Yeah. He's the realist of
the when they were making this, Michael Crichton said he identified more with Ian Malcolm. But Spielberg identified with John Hammond. And it's like, I can totally see that.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a great movie. It's a masterpiece. Yeah. It's one of Steven Spielberg's very best.
Right.
I actually think it's a lot better than Jaws, but that's just me.
Okay. I won't even argue against that because they're both masterpieces. I don't know if I can pick between the two. I'll say this though: I didn't even see Jaws in the theater. I got to see this. This will forever be in my top 10 based on how great it is and where it found me at and the perfect age. This will be one of my top 10 theater going experiences. I went and saw it multiple times.
I was a little young to see it in theaters. My brother, he was a year older than me. He saw it in theaters and it terrified him, so I was terrified of seeing this. Or even The Lost World when it came out.
Yeah, so there are advantages to my age. I got to experience things.
Yeah, well, we'll be seeing you getting dentures here soon. So, and your AARP card. Have you gotten that yet?
Actually, I got that.
Oh yeah, funny.
Okay,
all right.
Jurassic Park. See it if you haven't, or not seen it yet.
If you're the one person on Earth who hasn't seen it, see it.
Yeah.